Beat Down the Dust has a percussive intensity to it, which sounds like it'll work really well live. Tell us about the writing of that track.
Beat Down the Dust is basically a protest song. It's written through the eyes of someone whose views are the opposite of my own. Very specifically tackling immigration and that whole sticky subject, but the narrator in the song is from the dying breed of people who are just wanting to hold on to the status quo, and I think most of us know that's not an option, nor should it be an option. Musically, I intentionally wanted to have this kind of Latin feel with the percussion and the Spanish guitar. It's a nice mood that gets evoked in that song, and it's fun to play live.
Wanderlust really has something magical about it in its melodic delivery and supporting nice harmonies and slide guitar. It has a lot of beauty in its simpleness. Tell us about that track.
Wanderlust is another song that originally I thought I should just let people figure out what it was about. But since you're asking, I wrote it about Graham Parsons. And not that I even felt like I need to write a song about Graham Parsons, but I had a particular week where his name was coming up everywhere I went, and it kind of, I guess, invoked me to write this song, and I'm glad I did. It's a beautiful song, and I love the recording that we got. Mickey Raphael playing harmonica and Sean Colvin singing harmony is so beautiful. It's a little different from the rest of the record in that way, but it fits in perfectly, and I love performing that song as well.
How long can you spend on your lyrics and storytelling? And do you ever find yourself in a battle to compromise lyrically for the sake of the vocal melody?
Well, a lot of people agree that some of the best songs come quickly, but I have to also say that some of the best ones take a lot of time. You can labor over them for a long time. I'll take as long as it takes to make sure that every line is exactly how I want it to be. Sometimes you might write a lyric and it just doesn't roll off the tongue as well. So you may even compromise the meaning of the lyric sometimes to come up with a phrase that sings a little bit better. And I think in the context of rock music, that probably happens even more often. I think the story in these kind of songs is the most important thing, so it's important to make sure that people understand it as well as I intended for it to be understood.
The Deepest End CD and DVD is such an amazing performance for Government Mule. What are your memories of making that?
The Deepest End concert at the Sanger Theater in New Orleans was probably the most amazing, or one of the most amazing musical experiences of my life. We played for about 6 hours. We had so many amazing special guests there, and it just all fell into place. Somehow the planets were aligned properly, and everything was meant to be, and it doesn't always go that way. That night it did, and I was very proud of everything that we did that night. And when I look back at that evening, it just brings a smile to my face. There's a lot of great music, and I'm glad we documented that.